Hi! It has been a while since I last did like a TBR jar picks what I read sort of video, so I thought it would be fun to kind of do one again. I really loved it last time. It really helped me kind of pick stuff to read, but I think I'm going to do it slightly differently this time. So rather than pick all of them at once from the jar, it's more of a glass, but the metaphorical jar, I figured I'd kind of just do one at a time. So pick a prompt now, read that book over the next couple of days, and then once I finish that, give my rating and pick another prompt, and then maybe do it for like a week. I don't know. We'll see how many I get to. I'm guessing I might end up reading 3 or 4 books. That seems doable to me. And then whenever it feels right, I'll just stop. I don't know. Did that make sense? Okay. I dropped one, but I'm gonna go with this one because it's in my hands. A memoir. Ooh, I actually would kind of love that right now, so I'll just show you so you know that I'm not just completely making it up and full of crap. So, yeah, a memoir. I think I'm gonna look and see if there's anything I'm interested in available on Libby right now, because I really enjoy consuming memoirs through audiobooks, and I would also really love to read or listen to an audiobook while I game, because it's my day off and I feel like rotting on the couch right now, and I think that would be really fun. But if I don't find one on Libby I'm interested in, I definitely have some in my possession that I really need to get to, but I'm gonna check there first. It did not take me long, but I actually found an audiobook that I'm very interested in that is also a memoir. So it's Green Lights by Matthew McConaughey. I've kind of had this on my radar since it came out, but it was super expensive. I remember the hardcover was like, I want to say close to $40, and this was a couple of years ago, and like book prices have gone even higher in Canada since then. And also, like, I didn't really use Libby back then when it came out, and I also did not listen to audiobooks when it came out either, so I'm really glad I waited. It kind of ended up being perfect. But I'm gonna listen to this. I think it's narrated by Matthew McConaughey, which makes that so much better because he has a really cool voice. That is what I'm gonna go with, and it is apparently between 7 to 8 hours. Probably going to listen to it on like 1.25 speed, and hopefully I can finish that within the next couple of days. Last night I ended up finishing at Green Lights while I started like a cute little 750 piece puzzle of like cats dressed as humans in hot air balloons. It's definitely a different kind of puzzle, but a lot of fun so far. So I also listened to Green Lights while I gamed. I think I got like 66% of the way through while gaming, and then I listened to the other 34% last night and ended up finishing it. So it was pretty decent, safe to say that, because I finished it in 2 days. I definitely was not expecting to do that, but it somehow happened, and I was definitely unsure about it at first. The way Matthew McConaughey was talking about certain things, it made me kind of feel like I didn't really agree and relate to a lot of his like thoughts and ideals and morals and stuff like that. But then as the book progressed, you kind of realize that he really grew as a person over the years. I guess that's a great thing about reading memoirs and like life stories from other people, is that we all have obviously different experiences to bring to the table, and so you get to learn about why other people maybe have different ideals than you and think differently and believe different things. So still really good. I also kind of realized while reading this, or rather listening to it, that I really have not seen much with Matthew McConaughey. Like, I've seen the first Magic Mike. I don't really remember it much, but I know he was in it, obviously. And I've always meant to watch Dallas Buyers Club, but I just haven't got to it. I've legit never seen How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. I'm so sorry. Like, I don't think I've ever seen a rom-com with him. Oh, I swear there was something that I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen that. No. Honestly, no. Nothing else is coming to mind. It'll come to me later. But anyway, really have not seen a lot of Matthew McConaughey. Thanks, Minnie! Oh my gosh, be so careful. look at what she is doing right now. Minnie! Okay, yes, I will hold you. So, now that I'm finished that one, I get to pick a new prompt from the little TBR jar, which I have been looking forward to all day. I'm not gonna lie to you. This is definitely more fun, like the way I'm doing it this time as opposed to the way I did it last time where I just picked them all at the beginning. Because now I have something to look forward to and it's like kind of like getting a little surprise. I have no idea what I'm in for and I cannot wait. So I feel like I should mix it up. Got like 3 in 1 here. Okay, let us see. Oh, 2 in 1. I'm putting one back. A poetry book. Oh, that is so funny because I was honestly just thinking earlier that I should really start another poetry collection soon. I guess it's fate, honestly. Okay, I'm gonna have to go and quickly look at my poetry collection and maybe try to narrow it down, and I will be right back. Okay, so I think I have narrowed it down to 3 collections of poetry and they are all Nikita Gill. Since I had so many of hers that I haven't read yet, I thought maybe I should pick one of them, and they are very short and sweet. And I thought maybe a fun way to pick which one I'm going to read right now would be maybe to read like the first poem in each one and decide which one kind of either intrigues me the most or maybe just feels like the current vibe for me. I don't know. I thought that would be a fun thing. So first I'm going to go with These Are the Words and see maybe what the first one is. Before we begin, I cannot tell you I have all the answers. There are still skeletons in my closet I haven't learned the names of yet. Which is to say, I'm here for you, but I'm a work in progress, just like you. Okay. Interesting. Not sure if that's really what I'm feeling right now. Okay, this one is Fierce Fairy Tales. Okay, and the first one is called Universal Truth. We all have storms and stories inside our star-made bodies that even the night sky cannot hold. This is why we are on this earth, to learn how to love. I'm sorry, one of my cats is growling. Oh my gosh. I thought like I was hearing like thunder or something. To learn how to love and each other, to learn how to love and hold ourselves. Intriguing. That sounds good. I don't know. Okay, and then the last one is Where Hope Comes From. It's got like a pretty little lighthouse on the front cover. So the first one is called And a Message from the Universe. In every moment of your existence, several realities are bursting across the cosmos. Planets explode, stars burst, solar systems dissolve, or welcome a new planet into the orbit of their own sun-like star. The universe gives them life and says, now help me live. Listen, I'm saying that if you change your thoughts, you too can change the universe. Change your universe. Ooh, damn. Ooh, there's pictures on this one. That's kind of a selling point. Okay, it's kind of between these two right now because the other one, though it seems like it will be interesting, it's not really what I'm feeling. They're both around the same length too. Honestly, I think I'm gonna go with Where Hope Comes From because like the pictures in it have kind of sold me. Like there are pictures like this throughout it and it just seems like a super cozy time, and yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go with Where Hope Comes From by Nikita Gill. I feel like I could probably finish this in a night or two as well, so I'm gonna do that, and then we'll pick another book. I actually just ended up reading Where Hope Comes From in one sitting, so safe to say that I really enjoyed it. This one was definitely 5 stars, and it had a lot of beautiful, beautiful pictures throughout it. I wish I could show them all to you. Honestly, like, this book was stunning. If you're into poetry, You need to read this. What I really loved about it too is that the poems have similar themes. Like a lot of them are about hope and kindness and just mostly like positive stuff like that. But they were all really different from each other. I find sometimes when you read a collection of poetry, especially in one sitting, some stuff starts to get a little bit repetitive, but that did not happen with this one. Every poem felt new and fresh. And I also just loved how many metaphors she made and like comparisons to us as people and stars and stardust and the galaxy, and I don't know, it was just absolutely beautiful. So definitely recommend this one if you're into poetry, or maybe you kind of want to get into poetry. I feel like this would be a really easy one to kind of start with. So yeah, definitely loved this one. I was not planning on reading it in one sitting, but I honestly did not want to stop reading it. It was just so comfortable and cozy and healing in a way. Super good. Loved it so much. So now I'm actually going to pick a second prompt for tonight. Before I do though, I am going to apologize. I think so far I've been calling this a TBR jar, and it is not in fact a TBR jar. It is a reading prompt jar. I feel like I'm so used to hearing people say TBR jar, that's why I was calling it that, but I'm sorry. It's a prompt jar. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna pick another prompt, and hopefully I get one that's like gonna be like a physical book or something, because I'm really in the mood to like start a good novel. What is it? A book that has won an award. Ooh. So that's an interesting one. Definitely not one that I feel like I normally go off of. Like, not once have I ever picked up a book because I'm like, this won an award, so I have to read it. I don't even know what books I own that have won an award. I'm sure plenty have. Oh boy. This might take a minute. Okay, so after an extensive amount of Googling and digging through my books and trying to find one that I actually feel like reading and also has won awards, I settled on The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. So this has actually won 2 awards. So it won the Arthur C. Clarke Award in 1987, and then it also won the Governor General's Literary Award for English Language Fiction in 1985. So we're gonna go with that one. It's amazing too. I always remember books having like the little circle with the award on it, but I guess it was just in my head that there was a lot more out there with that than there really is. Now a lot of the times it's like, now a Lifetime series, now a major Netflix motion picture sort of thing. It's a lot harder to try to figure out what has awards and what doesn't, and certain ones that I thought would or should have an award, i.e. something like The Picture of Dorian Gray, no award. So that took longer than I thought it was going to, but I feel like I've settled on this one and I'm happy about my choice. I think it's going to be a really good book to get sucked into, and unfortunately I also feel like a lot of people are probably reading this right now because of what's going on in the world and stuff. I'll leave that at that. I'm super excited to read this. I've always wanted to, and I've just put it off and never actually had the urge to pick it up, and so this is perfect. This is why we love a good prompt jar, honestly. It makes us pick up things that we're always putting off and never picking up. So here we go, The Handmaid's Tale. I cannot wait. So I think I might start this tonight. Probably won't get too far just because it's like, don't judge me, but it's 2:25 in the morning. So yeah, definitely don't think I'm gonna get very far in this tonight, but hopefully in the next couple of days I will get quite far, and who knows, if it's really good, maybe I'll finish it in a few days. This book was really good, but what the hell was that ending? Like, I thought I knew where this book was going. I had no clue. I did not. Holy crapoly. So freaking good. I cannot believe it took me this long to finally pick up this book. Like, I've had it on my shelf since 2019, and the fact that it took me like 6 years to pick this up and finally read it is a crime. Is a literal crime. So good. If you're into dystopian kind of novels and stuff like that, highly, highly, highly recommend this. I can't recommend it enough. Holy crap. Super, super good. If you're not and that stuff freaks you out, probably wouldn't recommend it because it is graphic at times and it's scary because it feels like it's something that could truly happen someday, which let's hope not. But yeah, needless to say, 5 stars. So now I think I'm going to pick one more prompt from the jar. And that'll be my last book for this video because I feel like 4 is a good amount to read for one reading vlog. And I've been going at this for a little while. The Handmaid's Tale definitely took me a few days to read because it is a chunky book and very dense. Like, it's easy to read, but like, you don't want to just be skimming it. You want to be paying attention. But anyway, I'm going to pick one more and then go from there, I guess. I've dropped some, but I'm going to go with the one that is in my hand right now. Read the book on your TBR with the longest title. So I think I'm going to go with the one with the longest title on my like 2025 TBR, or else I'm going to be here forever looking through every single book I own trying to figure out what one that is. So I'm just going to look at them, count the letters, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I am back, and it took me a little bit to count some letters and characters and such, because surprisingly there are quite a few books on my 2025 TBR that have quite lengthy titles. So that was a little bit surprising. I didn't realize there were so many, but I have settled on Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too by Jung Sun, because this one has 33 letters / characters in the title, and I think the next closest one was like 26. So yeah, I'm definitely excited about this one. It's a reread for me. I already know it's 5 stars. And it is one of my favorite, coziest graphic novels ever. I highly recommend this book to anyone and everyone. It is such a cozy time and it gets a little bit existential in ways that you wouldn't expect for such a simple book. I don't know, very simple drawings, but a very, very deep meaning behind this story. So I think I'm gonna go and read this right now, probably in one sitting, and then call it a day. It only took me like 20 minutes, but I just finished Everyone's an Alien When You're an Alien Too, and like I said, super short, super simple, really packs a punch, and this one just always makes me feel so good after I've finished it. Parts of it hits you in the feels, but then also gives you like the coziest feeling and like just calm. Literally a masterpiece. I love this one so much. I'm so glad that I read it again. Honestly, I could probably see myself reading it again before the year is out. You gonna come up here? Hi. Yeah, so on that note, I think I'm going to leave this video here. I had such a good time doing this. It was so much fun, and all of the books that I ended up choosing because of the prompts that I chose ended up really working out for me. I read like, what, 3 5-star books and a memoir, which I don't rate memoirs, but like, it was good. So that's amazing. I cannot wait to do this again. It's so much fun, and I kind of want to keep doing it, but I think I'm going to probably mood read next because I kind of want to, but definitely going to be doing this again in the near future. But as for right now, I'm going to leave this video here. I hope you have a great rest of your week and happy reading.